Down in the bottom left position, representing Alpha X, it is Ragnarok. And his opponent, the blue Terran player, give it up for TY. And, well, this is one of those maps that's a little bit more standard. Of course, there is always the possibility of going for a proxy, especially that Korean style of ZVT. Very much a big fan of the proxy shenanigans, let's call them. Not as much, though, as it used to be, but still very much a potent part of the meta for the Korean Terrans. But we're going to be seeing pretty standard play out of TY so far. Going to be opening up with that Barracks gas. Very good chance we'll see a Reaper here. And, yeah, only a few Terran players these days, I would say Byun is the one that comes to mind most, is willing to deviate from that Reaper opening. And, you know, he'll go for weird stuff. He'll go for, like, Reactor first into Hellbats. He'll go Command Center first. Yeah, he is just kind of a crazy player overall. Very much a bit of a wild card. And kind of cool to see. But we have the Terran player, TY, who is a lot more of a stable player. Really loves ensuring that, you know, he just gets to do what he wants to do. He's a bit of a mentalist, I would say. Meanwhile, Ragnarok, the Alpha X player, very much an exciting, fast, high-speed player. Really loves to get his counterattacks going. Really loves to put his opponent into an uncomfortable situation by just always threatening damage and making it feel like if you slip up in the slightest, he is going to punish you hard for it. And I think he very much is capable of that. Now, we do see with TY not yet going for a second gas here, there's a very good chance we're going to be seeing... Oh, never mind. There it is. Second gas comes down. Just didn't quite have the money for it. I was going to say we might have seen a very fast third command center, but not going to be the case. Ragnarok hiding this drone at the third base. Of course, he wants to build that... And wow, I was actually talking about how TY is going to go for a Reaper for sure. No, he actually pulls a Byun move and will go for a Marine here. And in fact, it's going to be Marine production off of this reactor and just a single Hellion being produced at a time. That is super interesting right now and does tend towards the likelihood of a Hellbat push here. Of course, does have a starport on the way, and that is going to mean he can start making medevacs here. Oh, wow. As I say that, Widowmine coming down. So we could very well see a Widowmine Marine drop come. This is a very, very interesting build. Oh, Ragnarok is going to get a very nice scout. He's going to see that there is reactor Marine production and just singular factory production. And I don't know if this is going to let him know that this is a Widowmine drop. That would not jump to the front of my mind, but of course, Ragnarok, an extremely good player. He will not be bamboozled. And, I mean, we already saw it with that excellent scout right there. Really getting in with that Zergling, getting some great information. Tech Lab coming down from TY, so it's likely going to be for Stim after that. We will still need to see a... Or actually, you know what? He could swap that off. Yeah, right into Cloak Banshees if he so desires. Very unlikely we'll see a fusion core, as he would have already started it, and that's very expensive. But it is going to be that Cloaked Banshee build, which is really starting to make its way back into the meta. It's a really, really strong way to play. Gets you a lot of control. A lot of these maps have very awkward spots for Zergs to try and defend all of their bases. You see this triangle formation. You can just hop between the main base and the third, hop between the main and the natural, between the natural and this option as a third. A lot of places to try and get stuff done. We do see TY trying to get in with that drop into the main base, but it will be deflected by Ragnarok. However, runs into that third base, picks off a singular drone, but we can see Ragnarok very quick on the response, able to morph that second drone into a spore crawler and save that. And this is what I was expecting a while ago. It is an armory. Now, you know what? This may be for a very delayed Hellbat Banshee push. We do see an active creep tumor is killed off right here. No scan was used, but really nice move from TY. And RAGNAROK, he's kind of, despite not really suffering any damage, he's kind of just behind right now. Seems like maybe a little bit paralyzed by fear. It's hard to say. What do we have on the map? Baneling Nest is done. That will allow TY to build some Banelings against this big Hellbat move out we're going to be seeing with the Banshees. And there is a Spore at the front, so he's going to have detection here. Behind all this, TY did start up Stim, additional barracks, and that third command center. Oh, here we go with the Widow Mine actually burrowing right on top of the Queens. Gonna get huge splash damage. RAGNAROK, oh my god, he needs to get that down, but Banelings will come forward. Transfuse is gonna be enough to save that, and huge Baneling detonations on top of these Hellbats. And that is a great situation right there for RAGNAROK. But now they transform back into Hellions. Oh, as this was all happening, Banshees getting into the natural expansion, finding a bunch of drones right here. Great plays from TY. And, well, oh my god, this is what I was talking about right here. Picking off drones that are kind of unprotected. RAGNAROK will take out one of the Banshees, though, and that eliminates a lot of the aggressive potential of TY with that double Banshee. No longer can he one-tap drones, but look at the number of workers killed, 11 during that little skirmish. However, RAGNAROK did really pump drones out behind this, and he's continuing to do so. 8 more. That's going to bring him up to 69 total. And we do have a Spire on the way for RAGNAROK as well. He does need to start up his double Evo. There we go. It is down at the third base, so it is well on the way. And it's not going to be that much later than the Terran players if he goes straight up into this. Ooh, TY awkwardly trapping one of his SCVs. Always a Terran nightmare right there. And there we go. 1-1 already on the way. Baneling speed was started at a good timing, which means TY's first push. I think it will have to contest with this Baneling speed. Basically, unless those... unless full medevac or a couple of medevacs even move out right away. And, well... RAGNAROK, he has a lot of map control right now. He has an opportunity to get a lot of creep spread moving across the map. And TY. Oh, he's going for 3 more barracks. This is going to be a big 8 racks, heavy committed push. And, well, RAGNAROK is really going to have to recognize that. Has he seen these barracks yet? No, he's not. Oh, if he can get in here and see these, that would be such a valuable scout. Unfortunately, not able to do so. Nice tank positioning from TY. And Mutiling Bane can really struggle against this 3-base push from Terran. We're going to see SCV production being cut. No additional gases at this third base for TY. And RAGNAROK, like I said, really needs to identify this. Oh, he does not want to fight as his opponent finishes up 1-1. Looks like... Did TY just target down a Mutalisk? Oh, RAGNAROK so close to getting almost a full medevac right there. Yeah, TY did. Nice job from the South Korean Terran. And there we go. 12 Marines being built at a time. No add-ons just at the moment for RAGNAROK, or for TY, I should say. As I say that, he actually cancels a couple Marines. Maybe he needed to afford... couple of supply depots, not too sure, but there we go. RAGNAROK will now spot these additional barracks. That is going to let him know I need to be really freaking careful. Forcing out stims is really nice since your opponent's going to be wanting to put all of their money into Marines and, well, maybe a couple tanks. They don't want to be spending money on medevacs. TY, though, doing an excellent job of clearing out creep towards this 4th base from RAGNAROK. RAGNAROK buying time with these queens, but they are getting low on energy. And a couple of them at deep in the red, but they will get saved for the moment. 1-1 has finished up for RAGNAROK. He started up his own 2-2. Really nice transfuse. Barely keeping these queens alive, but this tank position is so nasty. And TY is quite far ahead in army supply, despite the army value actually technically favoring RAGNAROK by a little bit. And that is the power of this 8 racks play. So you just have so much supply to deal with, and this is a great move from Ragnarok right here going for the counterattack against this style is oftentimes the answer to it. Ooh, we do see the SCVs getting pulled right there, but they kind of, the raising of the command center gives an opportunity for Ragnarok to jump on them. However, as I said, he is very far down in supply, and I like that Ragnarok is stacking his base. He's bought himself a lot of time. He's taken his base on the bottom right, but this does mean that now the 5th base will be exposed as well. TY rebuilding SCVs right now. He's only at 52 SCVs. Oh man, did Ragnarok just find even more damage somehow? Oh wow, 10 more mutas coming down here for Ragnarok. And that is going to increase the cost of his army, but not necessarily the quality by a large amount. This is actually a potentially really great situation for Ragnarok. He wants to go in now before 2-2 is finished. And oh no, more Marines are going to come in here for TY. And despite a good number of units getting picked off, Ragnarok is not going to be able to break through. And now with 2-2 done for TY, things are going to get from bad to worse. One of those mutas does get picked off, but now a couple of tanks are very much exposed. Oh no, the mutas are going to go for this cloaked Banshee. There's actually almost enough mutas to fight these Marines, but it's 2-2 Marines, and Ragnarok does not want to take that fight. I don't necessarily like that Ragnarok is going so heavy into mutas right now. I would love to see him just really, really pump Banelings. It's not like TY has a crap ton of tanks. Oh, and Ragnarok fighting just before his 2-2 upgrades, but he is on creep a little bit here. Banelings are going to hit on most of these units. Tanks staying alive a little bit longer than maybe it should have. Still very close on the supplies. Ragnarok, there we go, adding on 18 more Banes. And he does have a very, very high muta count. 21 mutas is a big threat, but TY, he is starting to transition now. Adding on +3 attack drilling claws for his Widow Mines. He's built a 4th command center, but he is still very much dedicated to this get it done now build, as it were. And yeah, he's not, you know, adding on an additional factory yet, not going up into, let's say, Liberators or Ghosts. Not that you can afford Ghosts when you've committed this hard to attacks and you don't have your gases at the 3rd base, but it is still a very low-tech army from TY. And Ragnarok's got to keep that in mind. Mutas are going to move through the middle of the map. They're looking to see what they can get done. And right now they're just kind of keeping tabs on TY's army, which is valuable, but yeah, this is complicated. This is a very complicated situation for Ragnarok to play his way out of. His creep has not yet been restarted, unfortunately for him. He has redouble expanded, so he's going to be going up to 6 bases in just a little bit of time. Infestation Pit just now finishing up and immediately starts up that hive. Good job from Ragnarok. TY, though, moving towards the bottom side. And, well, he's not sieged up right now. Only has 2 tanks in the back. But he will be able to disengage. He is very far off creep. And Ragnarok certainly doesn't want to go into that. Oh, man, Marauders. Despite the nerf to Marauders right there. Oh, no, these mutas. Oh, God. Oof. That could have been desperate for Ragnarok here. TY, though, scans before moving further forward, sees those lings, and gets back into a choke point. If he'd continued forward, he would have been swamped right there. So great scan right there from TY, making sure he is playing it safe. And despite this base being taken out, now Ragnarok has resecured the left side bases, and he is going to be able to mine very effectively. And look at that. Income advantage has been hugely in favor of Ragnarok over the last what is that, 5 minutes? Even almost the last 8 minutes or so, it's been solidly in his favor. Actually, I guess that one part was just the SCV pull when the Baneling counterattack came in. But Hive Tech is now going to start up, and this is where Ultras would be king. So many Marines on the map. 75 Marines at the moment. 2 more command centers starting up here for TY. Ragnarok. He's going to scout in here. He's going to see that there is a 5th base for TY. And he's going to pick off a couple of SCVs. That's really nice. Actually, 4... How many SCVs end up going down? 5 SCVs to just 4 lings. Very well done. Oh, but this is not the fight with these mutas. And there is a deep tank line as well as a couple of Widow Mines. Widow Mines going to have to get some big connections. They still haven't detonated. Nice split back from Alpha X's RAGNAROK. And now he's going to be shoving off of creep. Needs to be very careful. Puts his Banelings on hold position for a moment, but they still eat some big tank shots. However, RAGNAROK takes a supply lead for the first time in a long time in this game. And now he's got his 3-3, his Adrenal Glands. TY may not have enough to hold on here. Oh, but that's a big Widow Mine shot. 10 kills, 10 Zergling kills right there. And now there's nothing for the Marines, or nothing to soak for the Banelings, so that they don't get hit by those Drilling Claw Widow Mines. Wow, we do see, with +2 air attacks, RAGNAROK committing back into mutas with another 10 more on the way. And, well, he is going to look to find this army on the bottom side. Marines have surrounded. Oh, TY's target firing down mutas right there. He just killed off like 7 mutas with those Marines. And great crisis management from TY, recognizing that Banelings were not there and that he could get a lot of value. Meanwhile, huge army moving on the left side is going to find this base, and RAGNAROK is not there in time to save it. I don't think. Oh, it's going to be very close, but it will go down. And now RAGNAROK knocked back to just 4 bases while his opponent is on 5. And that supply lead may end up being very short-lived in this game. TY is such a maestro of this matchup, it feels like. Oh, that's a nasty Widow Mine shot on the left side. And with Thor's reinforcing more Marauders, more Marines, and more Widow Mines, it is starting to look very, very dire for RAGNAROK. And GG is going to get called. TY will take a 1-0 lead in the series, and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back with game number 2 of this series. It is going to be on Romanticide. TY taking a solid game number 1 right there. Off the back of some non-committed 8 racks all in. Very cool to see out of the Terran player. That was very, very neat. He kind of made it a smooth transition. Very cool to see that kind of play. And that's the kind of smart stuff we expect from this man spawning down in the bottom right. In the blue, it is TY. Will he be able to close out the series 2-0? Or is this man spawning up in the top left going to be able to change his way, send it to a game 3? It is Alpha X's RAGNAROK. And yeah, that 8 racks play was very, very cool. I'm always a fan of Terran players that go for that and then do exactly what TY did, which is where you put a lot of pressure on a base. Maybe you eventually kill it, maybe you don't. But if your opponent is well prepared and it's going to be difficult to kill them, you continue producing off of it. But you finish your 2-2, you start up 3-3, get a 4th command center, and just keep putting the pressure on and just, rely on the fact that you've got a lot of production. Your opponent's economy has never really gotten out of control. RAGNAROK did a couple of maneuvers that were really nice, trying to go for some counterattacks, but not able to make it happen. And on a map like Pillars of Gold, I think it's a little bit easier to counterattack than on a map like Romanticide. Romanticide, a lot of kind of choky areas. Now, of course, there are still multiple attack paths, so if you can get in on your opponent's, economy, you can still maybe sneak some Banelings. Let's say you run some Zerglings over here, run them in, and send them into the 4th mineral line. Maybe get some Banelings in there, counterattack damage. In this case, it'd be TY's 4th mineral line, so Banelings up here into this mineral line. But we'll have to see if that's the case. For now, TY is going to scout. He's going to make sure that his opponent is going for a hatch first. No cheeky shenanigans coming his way. And yeah, no cheeky shenanigans coming his way. And he's going to do something we don't see very often anymore, which is putting an SCV at that 3rd base location. And RAGNAROK, he did actually delay his 3rd Overlord in order to try and get that hatchery down quicker. So this is a little bit of an unfortunate scenario for him. You can see that he was floating a little bit of larva right there. His first Reaper, by the way, doing excellent. Oh, it is going to pick off a Zergling. And yeah, this is just really nice from TY right now. He wants to conserve his grenade to try and go after that creep tumor potentially, but No, he's already lost too much HP. Ragnarok puts it very conservatively in the back. And TY, oh, nice dodge from Ragnarok right there. Trying to buy time where the Queen could not get to that third base, but it has already zoned out this Reaper, and Ragnarok will be able to take this base, I think. Oh, maybe not. It's actually going to be a little bit close. A little bit of sloppy kind of non-micro there from both players. Oh, wow. I can't believe that TY was able to prevent that from happening. Ragnarok kind of botching that a little bit and letting that get delayed even longer. Now, on the other side of the map, we are going to be seeing TY go for the build that I thought he would in game number 1, or at least considered he might go for in game number 1, which is that super fast third command center. You cut your first 2 Hellions, you delay those in order to get an extremely fast third CC, and yeah, we can see TY a little bit starved for minerals, but that is because he has gone for such a strong economic play. And Ragnarok going for a build that's going to let him see this, but is the kind of least greedy way. It's the safest way to play against an opponent that is going for extreme greed. And, well, this will actually kind of serve Ragnarok well. He's going to see that it's a Viking here, and that will allow him to save his Overlords very, very quickly. But, yeah, Viking third command center is one of the greediest ways to play for Terran. It still allows him to pick off this Overlord that came in for the Scout. We should see this one on the bottom side be able to get away. It's got a huge head start, and TY doesn't know exactly where it is. But at the very least, this will push the Overlords off the map. Oh, I love this from TY. He is going to take advantage of the fact that his opponent doesn't have great information at the moment and will probably be pulling back all of those Overlords, and he's going to go for a Hellbat push. And off of third command center, God, oh man, he's even going to go mech. Wow, second factory. Actually, no, this doesn't have to be mech. This could be speed Drilling Claw Widow Mines, like a very, very fast version of Drilling Claw Widow Mines. It could also be mech, though. We'll see very, very shortly. But for now, it is going to be on Ragnarok to find a way to deal with these Hellbats. What does he have? He does have a Baneling Nest done. And, well, he is going to see these Hellions coming. Great creep spread, by the way, from Ragnarok coming down here. Banelings will morph in. He's got 8 of them on the way. But with Marines showing up with these Hellbats in a very forward position. Oh, is TY going to move a little bit too far forward? These Banelings are about to finish up. And, wow, he's got a great split right here to start things off. Queens, though, are shelling away from the back. And a nice couple of Hellions, or Baneling connections on those Hellbats. We do see these Hellbats morphing in the middle of the mineral line, almost grabbing a lot of drones. But Ragnarok just barely getting out of there in time. Meanwhile, no Queens at the natural. They've all been pulled to the front. That means nothing to shove this medevac away right now. And, well, another Hellion is going to come in here. We'll find at least a couple more drones. Nice target fire. Actually grabbing 3 more drones. Meanwhile, in the natural, 2 more went down, it looks like, as well. Oh, this medevac. Oh, it was actually safe and then took a very awkward route. Now, okay, it is going to be for that drilling claws play. And Ragnarok will scout this. And he's going to see that, yeah, his opponent's going bio and won't have much in terms of actual army units or production for a very long time. It is 1 barracks. Just now is TY finishing up that second and third barracks. So TY will be able to probably keep his opponent back for quite some time with these Drilling Claw Widow Mines and probably get a lot of damage done. But he needs to keep his opponent back. He really, really needs to. Wow, 4th command center. This is insane greed from TY. And this is why he is one of the smartest players in the world and so highly respected by his peers. Is he just always thinks ahead. Creep spread, though, from Ragnarok is fantastic so far. Really, really pushing forward. Nice scan from TY. It's actually going to see that there is no gas in the main base. And this may let him know that Ragnarok is getting a little bit aggressive. And Ragnarok is getting a lot of bit aggressive. 1-1 going to be finishing up Bane speed very shortly. And we are seeing Ragnarok cut workers relatively early on. So this is a response to this very, very heavily harassed, focused style. Oh, the Drilling Claw Widow Mines are going to come in on this base, but that means they are not at home. However, oh my god, 16 workers going down, and Ragnarok is completely all in right now, if he wasn't already insanely all in. 1-1 for TY, not going to be done yet. Baneling speed, a ton of Banes, 1-1 and mass Zergling Baneling. Will TY be able to hold on? He is down in army supply, despite being up in actual supply. Oh, that's a huge Widowline shot to start things off. 7 Bane kills right there, and I think they were pretty much all Banelings, but only a few Marines on the right side. They are going to get taken out just before 1-1 finishes up. We do have these Widow Mines burrowing up right here. Ooh, but they will actually kind of kill themselves here, and it looks like 17 SCVs going down, a ton. I think TY's broken. More SCVs going down, and the Zerglings and Banelings are flooding in. TY tries to start up 2-2. He doesn't even have his combat shields during all of this. He is trying to rally out and stay alive, but Ragnarok is rallying into him and just not giving him the chance. TY, he is all but broken at this point. Game number 2 on Romanticide looking like it is probably going to go in the favor of Ragnarok. Another potentially massive Baneling explosion. Oh my god. More SCVs going down. 48-51 by the end of that. And GG does get called. And we will be right back for game number 3 of this best of 3. And we are back for game number 3. It is going to be on Lightshade here between Alpha X's Ragnarok and TY. Winner of this will take the series. And yeah, it's an important one right here. And we're going to be getting right on into it. Lightshade is the map. Which one of these players will be moving on? Here we go, spawning up in the top left position of Lightshade, representing Alpha X. It is Ragnarok. And his opponent, spawning down in the bottom right. It is the Blue Terran player, TY. Going for a very cool build right there. And honestly, if Ragnarok could not split very, very well against those Widow Mines at the end, he could definitely have held that attack that Ragnarok was going for. So yeah, TY with a really, really strong build right there. But definitely giving Ragnarok the opportunity to do what he wants. Ooh, and here we go. 16 pool coming down from Ragnarok. So most likely what we'll see is he goes up to 17 supply, sends a drone down to the natural to make a hatchery, probably builds an additional drone to morph into an extractor, and then there's a good chance we'll see him, yeah, there we go, morphing, heading that towards the extractor. We'll see him potentially bank up larva and go for 6 Zerglings, send those across the map. Now, TY, is he going to scout? It looks like he is. He's rallied across the map to do so. But will he be able to see these Zerglings from Ragnarok? And what will the objective from Ragnarok be here? Is he going to try and get a lot of damage done, get a cancel on his opponent's command center? Or is he going to go for a situation where he just tries to keep his opponent from scouting and goes for a very quick Roach Warren and possible heavy pressure? We will have to see. This SCV did get spotted by the Overlord, so Ragnarok should be able to avoid this. Ooh, I like this. He's actually going to show 2 Zerglings to his opponent, and that is going to make TY potentially think that this is just a safety pool first. But TY is not going to bite down on the bait. He will keep this Reaper at home, and that is what he needs to do right here. Ragnarok, though, smartly just going to hide that, hide these 4 Zerglings. And TY is keeping this Reaper out of range of his opponent's units, but that will allow Ragnarok to now move in with these Zerglings. TY beelining back home, knowing that it's probably a bait, but we should still see, well, no, with only 1 lane going after that SCV. Yeah, that SCV will survive. And Ragnarok kind of splitting his focus here. Not going to be able to potentially get much of anything done with it. Oh, no, SCV still will go down. So that's actually still quite good for Ragnarok. Does pick off the SCV, delays the command center a significant amount. And yeah, the SCV can't even go down to the natural just yet. So that's a big delay right there. Well done by Ragnarok. And now this SCV from earlier. Oh, it is going to get taken out. That is costly. And look at this. As TY starts to finish up his second command center, he already has started up his third. TY going for the greedy plays once again. Loves pumping that economy when he can. And, well, Ragnarok's going to need to find this out pretty soon. He has taken his pocket third base as his expansion. Ooh, and could potentially go for a big attempted punish against TY right here. Roach Warren coming down. Do we have a second gas? No, we do not. Oh, yes, we do. There it is, second gas in the main. Or in the natural, I should say. TY just barely keeping this Reaper alive. He really needs to get that scout. But he is playing quite safe, actually. Going Banshee. Cloakless Banshee. And that is actually going to help him a ton against what is going to be a very dedicated Roach Ravager Ling push. Big swell of Overlords coming down from Ragnarok. Throwing down 4 there as he gears up for this big attack. Ragnarok's only on 33 workers. He is going to need to get so much done to have any chance of continuing on in this game. But with TY building TY building a Banshee, unless Ragnarok can sneak these roaches out, this is going to be such a difficult task for him. It is only the one Banshee, so that is actually quite good for Ragnarok. Oh, and he's actually going to find one of these Hellions right there. And this could just be a totally normal move. So TY still doesn't know what's going on. Still doesn't have a bunker at home. And where is that Banshee? Okay, it has spotted this in the middle of the map and will go to work on these roaches. Now, fortunately for TY, he did swap out for a tank. And he is going to be building that at the moment. But as I said, bunker was never started until just now. However, nice splash damage right now for TY. Getting all of those roaches, and wow, that was very awkward from Ragnarok. He just kind of, what happened right there? He lost 4 roaches. 1 to the Banshee, I guess 2 to the Banshee? Yeah, 2 to the Banshee, and the other 2 were a little bit bruised up. Hellions were able to take them out. God, what a weird opening. Ragnarok started droning quite a while ago. He wants to get in with a big Ling Flood. But with those Hellions still there, with that Banshee, with the Banshee still there, that tank in the backfield, this just ain't happening. So Ragnarok droning up does end up being probably the right move. It feels so counterintuitive, you know? It feels like the kind of thing that leaves you scratching your head a little bit. Always funny to see Hellions trying to kill rocks, but they do have a little bit of help from their friends. Tanks, Marines, and, well, that is going to be enough to take these down eventually. Zergling trying to get in there as everything was distracted. Almost does take out a mule, but not quite. Good job from TY to avoid that. And Ragnarok, he was very far behind from this start, and he's going to be going 1-1 on the missile and carapace. So this is going to be a roach attack on this third base. I think Ragnarok will just basically wait until 1-1 is done. He'll know that by the time his 1-1 is done, TY will have invested in 2-2, including that armory that he's getting right now. And all the things that come with that. Could have invested in a 4th command center. Oh, big tank shot right there getting... oh, it looked like it got a lot of kills. There was a lot of blood on the ground. Was there a second tank? Ah, there was. That one got 3 kills. Here we go. Ravagers, Roaches starting to come in here for Ragnarok. And we are going to see his army supply shoot up in the next couple of minutes. Oh, he does get kind of supply block, though. His 5 Overlords are on the way. And, well, he started a Baneling Nest as well. 4th base, of course, does make sense. You want to be able to transition into the late game. Or at least mid-game, potentially. Transition out of that Roach Ravager. But for now, he is going to be looking to get something done with this. And TY, he's like, oh, you have this? Drops. Drops are the answer, and they are going to be so good, especially with 1-1 finishing up early for them. However, Ragnarok, keeping those Lings alive does mean he can actually deal with drops pretty effectively if he can prevent them from unloading. Wow, Bane speed from Ragnarok. This is, I have to say, that's a bit of a bizarre choice for me. I would much rather see the aggressive push come out first and then go into Baneling speed and get like +1 melee, +2 carapace, and go into Ling Bane from there. But at this point, I'm confused by the Baneling speed. I'll say that. It feels a little bit off to me. 2 drones will get picked off by this single drop on the left side, TY, making the prudent decision to send his double medevacs back home, knowing that Ragnarok could very well be going for a big attack, and he needs at the most number of army units that he can get back home, but still keeping a little bit of pressure with this small drop on the left side. Now, TY, he's actually moving out here, and this is a very bold thing to do. But he is going to scan. He's going to see the army, sees that it's not all that large, and that Ragnarok did not really go for a big all-in. And yeah, there we go. +1 melee, +2 carapace. Corrosive Biles will come down, but they're not going to be able to get anything, really. Wow, very fast Hive coming down for Ragnarok. He does not have a lot of army value, it feels like. Nice kill right there from TY. Oh, and here's a big Doom Drop coming into the main base. That is nowhere near enough Lings to deflect that. On the bottom side, this one Marine drop does get taken out. And here we go. Hellbat even with this. And this is going to leave the right side base a little bit exposed. Nice Corrosive Biles from Ragnarok right there. But in the main base, well, that's enough Roaches actually to deal with this. And TY not able to get too much done here. Units lost, though, has been better for him overall. Oh, man, this is so uncomfortable, though. The threat of that Doom Drop into the main base has Ragnarok paralyzed with fear, despite being maxed out. I like that TY clears out that Overseer before moving his tanks forward. 2-2 is about to finish, and that is going to be a huge power spike for the Terran player TY. Ragnarok trying to move into this. Does get some Baneling connections with this. He got that very early Bane speed, remember, but he doesn't have any upgrades for them just yet. Just about to finish up +1 melee right now. And Corrosive Biles not quite able to reach that tank in the back. Only one of them going down. Of course, you do need 3. And, well, this is looking very rough right now for Ragnarok. TY continuing to rally in. He's got 3-3 on the way. He's added on a 4th command center. And Ragnarok is now trying to go into Lurkers. Lurker style, though, very tough to make work when you're behind. Nice. Oh, my God. Huge Corrosive Biles. But also a lot of tank fire on that Roach Ravager. And this is feeling like TY is slowly but surely just kind of encircling his hands around Ragnarok's throat. Ragnarok desperately trying to hold on here. But creep spread is continuing to dissipate. TY continues to hold that position with tanks. And now another semi-Doom Drop coming into the main base. About, almost 20 Marines right here. And Ragnarok shuffling back into the main base with his Roaches. But, well, no buts. He's actually going to have just enough to clear that up. Nice job from Ragnarok. However, he has now decided that he can no longer hold this pocket third base. And TY is going to get the kill. Ooh, awkward medevac right there. Flying into a Spore Crawler when it didn't need to. Does end up going down. And Ragnarok, he's actually going to try and take a bit of a fight here. Realizes that's probably not the best idea. Will disengage. We're going to see 2-2-2 for the Zerg player here. Very, very cool to see. And, well, we need to see some Lurkers added on. 100%. That is definitely something that Ragnarok needs, and he needs it now. He started up Adaptive Talons first. I actually think I would have really liked that decision. Considering the fact that he's behind, he needs to be able to reposition those Lurkers quickly more than anything. He's not going to be able to siege his opponent's bases, per se. TY, by the way, still just on a single factory, so these Lurkers could be a big, devastating show of force. This is a nasty corridor, though. A really, really difficult spot to engage into. It's just Roachling Bane Ravager, and he's going to try and move off of creep. Banelings are trying to move in, but there's so much for TY, and Ragnarok will get shoved back once again. Corrosive Biles, always funny to see them kind of after a fight when there's nothing to prevent the opposing player from dodging. Those ones almost hit home, but not quite. TY has a huge army lead at this very location on the map. However, reinforcements from Alpha X's Ragnarok and a big flank coming in will be enough to actually clear this army out. Great move from Ragnarok right there. TY does keep the medevacs alive. But now Ragnarok has his lurkers. First victim gets taken down. Another base goes down. Oh my god. 3 hatcheries have been killed and not canceled in this game. Drop in the main base is not quite going to get shut down here by Ragnarok. However, he will be able to get enough units back in that he is going to be able to send this on its way. Couple of units die before they can get in the medevacs. Oh no, these lurkers moving forward. Not the play right there. And, oh, that was possibly a game-losing mishap for Ragnarok as he loses 4 of his 5 lurkers. And now the last one will get stimmed upon. Doesn't have anything to cover it. And GG will get called. TY is going to take the series 2-1. Well done to TY.